Now that we've gone through downloading the XLN online installer, installing and registering Addictive Drum 2, let's take a look at the software itself. For a large portion of this series, we'll be looking at Addictive Drum 2 using the standalone version. We'll also take the time to show you how to use Addictive Drums within a host application like Pro Tools, Sonar, etc. Windows users, you can typically go down to the Start menu and locate Addictive Drums 2. If there's not a shortcut already available in your Start menu, go to All Programs, scroll down to XLN Audio, and there's Addictive Drum Standalone. Mac users, if you don't see an Addictive Drum 2 shortcut in your dock, you'll be able to find the XLN Audio folder in your Applications folder. Addictive Drums 2 Standalone can be found inside that XLN Audio folder. Now in this video, we're going to focus our attention at the top section of Addictive Drums 2. Most of this is the same whether you're using the standalone version or as a plugin in a host application. There's one exception, however. At the very top left of the standalone version, you'll see this little gold button that says Audio and MIDI Setup. If you single click it, it's going to show you audio and MIDI settings for Addictive Drums 2. First, you can choose the audio device type, also known as the driver. I'm using the Windows Audio driver. If I click on this, I can choose either Direct Sound or ASIO, commonly known as ASIO. If you have a device that supports ASIO, you may want to select this. Next, you can choose the output device. I can choose from the various devices, in my case, an MBox 2 or built-in speakers. I can also set my sample rate, as well as my buffer size. The buffer size will determine the amount of delay or latency from when you play a drum, perhaps using a MIDI controller, and when you actually hear it. Typically, 10 milliseconds is fine. However, if you find that the delay is too much, lower your buffer size to a smaller amount of samples. The trade-off to a lower buffer size will be that your computer may have to work harder. It's good to find a buffer size where you don't hear much latency. If latency is not an issue, you may want to raise your buffer size to ease the strain on your computer. And then I can select my active MIDI inputs. If you have a MIDI interface or a USB MIDI controller, you can select that here. I happen to have an Alesis Vortex connected, and it's checked. So if I want to trigger drums with my keyboard, I can do that. Now let's look at the rest of the top section. On the left-hand side, we can access the presets browser. I can either click here, the current kit, or this little preset browser button here. It doesn't matter, it'll open the same thing. When I open the preset browser, a separate window opens, and now I can browse through all my presets. You'll see here on the right, I can browse individual ad packs that I've installed. I could choose to browse all presets, XLN only presets versus my presets. You'll see here that I only have one preset that I've created. I can also filter my presets, including whether or not I want to see acoustic drums, electronic drums, or percussion pieces. Most of the drums in my ad packs are acoustic, but I could view the few electronic drums that I have as well. Now with all presets selected, I can go through the list by grabbing this little button and moving it up and down. If you have a scroll wheel on your mouse, you can just spin the wheel. Or I can scroll up and down by using Previous and Next. And I can sort these, either alphabetically or in reverse, from newest to oldest or oldest to newest. If I select one particular ad pack, you'll see my list is shortened and it's showing only the kits from that ad pack. If I'd rather not have to scroll through all of these presets to find one, I could use this search window. Just start typing, and any kit that has that keyword in it will show up. Here I can also view my presets stored to the XLN Audio cloud, which is a great way to back up, and I could share selected presets with other users. If I'm working with one of my presets, I could rename it, I could delete it, and I could set any preset as my default. That means that this kit will load every time I open Addictive Drums 2. As I scroll through the various kits, I can also audition them just by clicking this little play button. And of course, I can just stop the audition by clicking the same play button again. Once I've selected a kit, I can click OK, and now this is the selected kit. If I select a different kit from a different ad pack, you may notice a little activity wheel here. That shows that the kit is loading. Depending on your computer, it may happen really fast. If it's a slower computer, it may take a few moments. Next in the top section, we can save a preset. So if I've edited a kit and I'd like to save it, I can click this button. I can set the category. I can give it a unique name. I can create a MIDI preview, and then I can save it. Now if I return to the preset browser and I look at my presets, here's the new preset that I've created. When I'm browsing kits and ad packs, I don't have to use the preset browser if I don't want to. I could just use these up-down arrows to choose the next, and so on. Right in the middle of our top section, we have the logo. If you click on this logo, you'll get information about Addictive Drums 2, including credits about the creators, as well as the version you're using. This is a great way to see if you're up to date. To the right of this, I have a play button. I can audition the current kit. Now, on the right-hand side of our top section, we have our page selection buttons. We'll go through each one of these in individual videos, but let's take a look at them quickly. First, we have the gallery. This is where we can view ad packs, including information on each one of the ad packs. Next, we have the Explore page. This allows us to explore more details about a particular ad pack and kit. The kit page shows you what drums or kit pieces are currently loaded. This is where you can modify kits by changing drums, cymbals, and so on. The Edit page shows you the various controls you can use for shaping drum sounds. And then we have the Effects page. This page shows the controls for the two built-in delurb reverb effects. And next we have the Beats page. This is the MIDI file library with beats and fills in various styles and tempos. And finally, we have the Help button, this little question mark right here. When you click it, you get a little pull-down menu where you can set MIDI mapping, refresh your MIDI library, open external MIDI folders, open user MIDI folders, open the manual, it's a dirty word, but it's useful, pull up your web browser and open XLN's website, or load the information page. Getting to know the top section is going to help you navigate Addictive Drums 2 really quickly and easily. In our next video, we'll explore the gallery and explore pages in depth. Thanks for watching.